Good Tuesday evening. I hope that it was an absolutely phenomenal day and you were actually able to get out and enjoy some pretty decent weather here, at least in southwest Iowa, and get some things accomplished. Britt, great to have you on as absolutely always. So, tonight we're going to do something a little different. As I was doing some other study in this video, came across my interest, and it was Teddy Roosevelt's The Man in the Arena. Now, part of this has been promoted and said over and over, the last part basically, but I think there's some good value in reading the whole thing. I think we can apply, actually, no, I don't think. I believe that if we can look at this as a whole, there's a lot of great applications we can take into not only our farming and ranching operations, but our lives. So let me begin and then we'll discuss it when I get done. The poorest way to face life with a sneer. There are many men who feel a kind of twisted pride and cynicism. There are many who confine themselves to criticism of the way others do what they themselves dare not even attempt. There is no more unhealthy being, no man less worthy of respect, than he who either really holds or feigns to hold an attitude of sneering disbelief toward all that is great and lofty, whether in achievement or in that noble effort which, even if it fails, comes to second achievement. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again. There is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who, at the best, knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Now, all of us are aware of plenty of people, probably if we've purged our negativity and our people that are holding us back, we know why they got probably purged. Either they were negative, they were critical, they were always finding fault. And folks, maybe if you're young enough, you'd think you got all the time in the world. You truly believe that, hey, I just want to have fun with my friends and things like that. As you get older, you fully grasp the fact that you don't have time for that. You don't have time for those people that are critical, the wrong kind of critical. You don't have time for the people that are not worthy of your time, who hold you back from achieving, who don't encourage you to strive for great achievements. Because realistically, if we are going after massive achievements, if we are striving for excellence in our operations and in our lives, we can't afford to have the people that are anchors to what we're achieving. The people who always find fault with how we're doing things. The people who don't desire to see us achieve anything that might make them look in the mirror and realize that they themselves have failed without striving for anything. All of us, even in this current environment that we've faced for the last 12 months, no matter which side of the fence you fall on this thing, we are without excuse of not doing better. We are without excuse for not striving to do the maximum we can with what we have. How often have we been critical? How often have we, maybe intentionally, maybe unintentionally, criticized people when they have dared to step way out of their comfort zone and attempt something that maybe even they realize is completely maybe unachievable by common standards, but they're willing to roll the dice. They're willing to take that opportunity to try to grasp that ring that they might fail to grasp. When we get to the end of our lives, whatever age that may be, I think the end of this thing says it so well. And that's probably why it has been, this part of that has been quoted so much. Who at the best knows the end of triumph of high achievement, who knew at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Folks, you can't afford to be lukewarm. You can't afford to be mediocre. You have to be willing to be either hot or cold, and preferably not cold, obviously. Folks, we're only here for a limited time, and most farmers only get 40 growing seasons to do what they want to do. And if you're mediocre or if you're cold, you have wasted an opportunity. We're probably going to be facing uncertain times even through this year. But that still is no excuse for not exploring options, for not looking to opportunities to see what we can try and to do better at. Folks, if you want to talk agronomy, if you want to talk crop production, if you want to talk livestock production, especially beef cows, give me a call or text me and set up a time at 515-822-7095. Maybe I don't have the right product or the right service that will take you to the heights that you want to get to. But I may know somebody in my network that does. I may know somebody that you can talk to that will help you get those questions answered. Somebody that isn't going to have a hidden agenda and take advantage of you. Because, folks, we are in uncertain waters. But there is still people out there that truly do care, that truly do want the best for your operation and you and your family. So I encourage you, as we go through the rest of this week, do better. Find a book that challenges you, or a podcast, or an audiobook. and listen to it once and twice and 3 times until you suck the marrow out of it so that you can implement it and change your life. Even if you change your life just 1 degree and you play that out over 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're in a drastically different place than you would have been. And you won't be among the cold and timid souls that know neither victory nor defeat. So folks, something to think about tonight. Not pushing product, not pushing anything else, just pushing the idea that we have to be willing to go for it. We have to be willing to not be lukewarm. We can't afford to be cold, because we don't want to get to the end and say, I was scared to do that and I wasted the opportunity that I was given. We want to be at the end and say, hey, I gave it the best I had. I tried the best I could, and I fell short. And I kept getting knocked down, but I kept getting back up. I used to be critical, but then I realized that being critical did not achieve what we were trying to achieve, or it wasn't going to get me and my family to the heights and levels that we should be at, or striving for at least. So if you get a chance, read that. I know I read through it. Like I said, most people know the last part of that, but I think the first part really holds some lessons that we can use in our operations. Dwayne, awesome to have you on. I love having you on. Appreciate that and your continued support. Have a great night. I will see you back here tomorrow night. I have another subject that I want to put out for you guys to think about. And put down in the comments what you're going to do here in this week that's going to stretch you, that's going to move your thoughts and your actions and other parts of your life to new heights. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.